I'm now videotaped the interview for Tse Yao. Tse Yao, right? Did I pronounce your name correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. And Tse Yao, can you tell me, do you have an English name?
My name is Mark. Mark Chen.
It's Mark Chen. Got it. Okay, so Tse Yao, can you tell me your date of birth?
My date of birth is 2000 May 8, 18th.
Oh, May 18th. Okay, 2000 May 18th. I got it. So, can you tell me, Mark, which grade are you currently starting at? Which is your grade?
I'm now in grade 10.
You're now grade 10. And which grade are you going to apply?
I want to apply the grade 9 spring 2016.
Okay, got it. The coming spring, you want to apply for the grade 9. That's great. So I think you might repeat, but it's great because you are going to have a complete 4-year high school experience in the US, and I think that's a really smart strategy. Okay, Mark, I noticed you're actually from Taiwan, right?
Yes.
Okay, so where are you now?
But I'm studying Shenzhen because my father is working at Shenzhen.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Your parents are working here, so you study in China. Got it. Great. Okay, Mark, I wonder, have you taken any English test, like TOEFL, SSAT, or SLAP, or any other test?
I have already taken part in the SLAP bar. The TOEFL I will take it next month.
Okay.
And my SLAP test grade is about 56.
56 for your SLAP, and you're going to take a TOEFL test next month, right?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, good to know that. Okay, now I learned a little bit about your personal information. Let's move to your academics. Mark, can you tell me what classes are your favorite and why? Which subject do you like most?
I think I like the music most.
Music.
Because
Mm-hmm.
yes, because I have studied, I have played a trombone for about 7 years.
Wow, 7 years. Mm-hmm.
I played the trombone in my school band, and so sometimes my school band will take part in some musical festival or the match. So I have went to the Singapore or Guangzhou to take part in the local musical festival, and that's very interesting. And
so you enjoying the performance, right, at the stage?
Yeah.
Are you nervous when you playing?
When I was, I think sometimes there are many audience, and so I will be a little bit nervous.
Okay, yeah, I would imagine if I were you, I would be so nervous. But if you practice a lot, you're very good at that, then definitely you would feel fine. Yeah, you mentioned you have been playing for 7 years, so you are now like 15 years old. You started at the age of 8, right?
I have yes.
Okay, great. I'm just curious, how, like each day, how long do you have to practice? Do you have to practice like an hour each day, or do you practice every day?
Uh, when I started to play the trombone at the grade 3, and at that time I usually spend an hour to practice it because trombone is very hard to play well.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And when I become better,
Mm-hmm.
I just like use about 3 hours per week to play it with my school band member, and we will practice some music and we play together to know what others play, and it's good for our work.
Mm-hmm. So I got it. When you started, you have to practice a lot, right? Because at the beginning, it's hard to learn. Okay, I'm glad you tell me you have such a strong interest in trombone, in this music instrument. But can I go back to my question? I would like to know something about your academic subject. Is there any subject your favorite subject?
I think the history and the mathematics is my favorite.
Okay, history and math. Interesting. They're kind of like very different fields. Okay, so may I ask what is your least favorite subject?
I think maybe Chinese in my list and research.
Oh, interesting. Can you tell me why you think you don't have it's not your favorite class?
Because I need to remember many category and it cost me a lot of time, but I can't remember it very well.
Okay.
So the so I I it's not my it's so I don't like it very well.
Okay, I understand because for each subject, it depends on sometimes how the class is delivered, right? If there's a lot of to memorize, yeah, I understand it's not that much fun. If it's a lot, if it involves some critical thinking and it gives students a lot of take the lead, maybe you'll feel different way, right? Okay, good to know. May I ask, so where you are now studying in Shenzhen and you're from Taiwan. So did you
Yes.
spend your primary school years in Taiwan?
No, I went to Shenzhen at 6 years old. So
Oh, okay, I see. So your whole educational, your career is in China, mainland China, right? Okay, I
yes.
got it. So do you still go back Taiwan to visit family or relatives very often?
It's about twice each year.
Twice each year. Okay, so pretty much like the summer break, the summer vacation, and the winter break, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that goes to my next question. I just wonder how have you spent your past 2 summers? Can you describe to me how did you spend your summer?
Um, we usually will go to hiking in the summer. Last summer vacation, I went to the Hong Kong, Hong Kong, and it's near the sea. So I went to camping in the beach, and the sea there is the water there is very clean, and the landscape is very beautiful. And I enjoy in the camping, and we stayed there about 5 days. Then uh, and then I went back to Taiwan to visit my family, and also went to some bookstore to buy some books that I need, um, and then came back to China.
Okay, sounds good. It's a very relaxed vacation, right? Good for you. I wonder, have you ever traveled abroad, like maybe attended some summer camp in the U.S. or summer camp in Australia, something? I know many Chinese students these days, they they took the summer camp or winter camp. How about you?
I haven't take part in this kind of camp.
Okay, no problem. I'm just curious. Okay, so you we talk about your summer. Let's go move forward. Okay, think about your future. You just mentioned this, like you playing trombone for so long, and I just wonder, have you ever thought in your future you want to be a musician? Is there something in your plan?
I think that I play the trombone is just for fun, and,
Oh, I can see.
like and because I think the music can relax me. But in the future, I want to become a software developer.
Oh, okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think the app or the software that is very cool and can make the human life more convenient.
Yes, I agree with you. We do live in an information age, and we have already seen how this IT, this computer technology has dramatically changed our lives. Okay, that also explained a little bit why math is your favorite subject, right? You do have some fun in that field. Great to know. Okay, so right now you're trying to apply to American high school. Can you tell me why are you interested in studying in the U.S.?
I want to study in US is because of the education system here. I
Mm-hmm.
think the education system in US is higher and better than China one.
Okay.
And also, when I went to the US as a high school student, it will make me more much easier to adapt and absorb the custom or the culture there.
Mm-hmm.
And also in America, I will have the freedom to speak and do what I want to do.
Okay, so you're thinking for mostly for the education, right? There are more educational opportunities, higher quality, and also it will help you adjust to a different culture, different country, right? It's for your maybe future for your college plan. Okay, I
Yeah.
got it. That makes sense. Okay, let me ask. So, what activities do you like to do with your family? We talked so much about your study, your future plan. Let's talk about something about your family, your personal life. So, what do you really do? What activities do you like to do with your family?
Um, I and my family, because there are 6 person in my family, my parents and my three younger brother, and
Mm-hmm.
my brothers are all boys. So uh, sometimes we will fight, and but mostly and my brother will go to the court next to uh, our home, and we will play the basketball on the court at the weekend, and we play together or match with others. That's very interesting, and uh, but and I will sometimes ask my parents how to study well, and they will give me some uh, advice or suggest to help me learn well. And we will watch the movie together and read a book together.
Okay, good to know. Okay, so you have a big family in that sense, right?
Yes.
And they're all your family, they're all boys, so that's hard work for your parents to make sure calm down all those to get over all the small fights. But I think you're a very nice bigger brother, you helping your younger brothers a lot. That's good to know. Okay, wonderful. I think we can move to the second part. Um, so after a while, you will see on your screen, then it will have a short English paragraph. So just to give me some time. Okay, let me just copy it here. Yeah, you can stretch a little bit. Have you seen a paragraph there?
Yes.
On your screen? Yeah. So just to quickly read it. Quickly look over it. Then when you're ready, just read it loudly and clearly, okay?
So I need to repeat it to you.
Yes, you have to read it loudly and clearly about that. Okay, so when you think you're ready, you can start, okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jack London's story, Code of White, tells of the dog, a dog stolen from the California who is taken to the Alaska during the Pacific gold rush in the late 1890s. Beck became a sales dog, part of a team that transport the supplies and people through the harsh winter. It was inevitable that the clash for the leadership should come. Beck wanted it. He wanted it because it was his nature, and because he had been corrupted by the nameless, incomprehensible the pride of the child and the trains. That pride which hold dogs in the mouth to the last gasp, which forced them to build joyful in the harness and bark in their head if they're cut out of hardness. It was the pride of faith as of self next as he put it with all his strength. The pride that led out of them at the brink of camp, transforming them from the storm and the storm was into streaming, eager, endless creature, the pride that spread them on all day and dropped them at the pitch of camp at night, letting them fall back into chronic unrest and disconsist. This was the pride that put up with and make him trust the cell dogs who polluted and screamed in the trains or hit away at the harness uptime in the morning. Likewise, it was this pride that made him bear blood as possible, and this was like.
Okay, great, wonderful. You did a great job. So how do you feel about this paragraph, Mark? Do you think I'm not going to ask you very detailed, okay? Pretty much just the main idea, okay, major idea. For example, let me ask you, what is the main character of this paragraph? Who is the main character? So this paragraph tells about whose story?
I think it's a dog.
Yeah, it's a dog. What's that dog's name?
Buck.
Buck. Yes, Buck. Okay, so what kind of a dog is Buck? Is it like our pet animal, or is it a special type of dog? Where did Buck live right now? Is it? Did you notice some state names mentioned?
States. It means.
At the beginning, it tells you this dog was
California and Alaska.
Yeah, it was stolen from California, and now Buck was taken to Alaska. And let me go back to my question. So, is Buck a pet? Living in Alaska, did he have some particular purpose?
Is part of team that to transport the supplies.
Exactly. So you're correct. Again, Buck is one of the sled dogs. Okay, for sled dogs, we know they were uh, they were they will become a team and they have to transport the sled together. So that went to my that just goes to my last question. In this team, there were many dogs. Actually, some were also mentioned in this paragraph. If you notice, there are like Dave, Salex, Spitz. So when you read it, you may still remember some of the names were mentioned. So what is a relationship between Buck and the other dogs? You know, they had to work as a team. So did they get along very well? They supported each other, or there was some hostility among them? Or is there some conflict? So which way do you think is correct? Did they get along very well? They were friendly to each other? They love each other, they supported each other, or the opposite? There were some hostility. They all wanted the same thing, so they had some conflict in interest.
Um, Maybe the relationship between them is not very well.
Yes, you're right. So it's not very, there was not very harmonious relationship among them. Have you noticed there were sentences said it was inevitable that the clash for leadership should come? Do you notice it's, I think the third sentence is of this paragraph. The first two sentences actually is the introduction of this short paragraph. Then actually that's the beginning sentence. It was inevitable. So what's a word? What does the word inevitable mean?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Okay, it's like you cannot avoid it. So see, the clash of leadership is something Buck and the other dogs, they could not avoid it. That's something all of them wanted. They want to be the next leader. Okay, good job, good job. I think you read it. You read it very fluently, and I understand that you actually got the main idea. Just to look at the screen and try to find. I said I'm not going to ask detail, but my question is still kind of some specific information I need to ask. Okay, good job. Mark, I think that's pretty much. I'm going to wrap up our interview. You have done a great job. I think my last question will ask you a little bit about for your school you want to apply. Do you have any particular preference? Is there anything for your future school you really care about? Have you any thoughts about your school?
Uh, I haven't decided which school I want, but I want the school that can provide me a good education environment to make me improve my own creativity and make me can to do the research not just by myself. That can make me become more independent, and I think it will also good for my university studies.
So definitely, the academics, the better, the higher quality education quality is something you care most, right? Okay,
Yeah.
got it. That is good. Okay, thank you so much, Mark. And I apologize. It's almost midnight in China, right? It's 8:47 my time, so it's 11:47 your time. Okay, so you
Yeah.
can go back to sleep. I wish you a good rest. Okay, thank you,
All
Mark.
right. I
Thanks.
wish you a good day. Thanks.
Thanks. Thank you.